Good evening, everyone. We're nearing the end of the year. So the context of our discussion this evening is really around looking at the economic environment. So we all know about interest rates, we know about inflation. It impacts all of us, whether we are individuals or small businesses. And so it's during these times that one needs to really figure out, what do we need to do? When it comes to clients and customers, and I guess as a small business, you come to a point where do you want to keep a client or risk losing a client if you are to increase your prices?
But before we start and get serious, I would like us to do an icebreaker. Each of you are going to get a cue card and a pen. You will draw an emoji that explains your current financial situation right now. How many sad faces, guys? Please show me. How many sad faces? You finish first. So this is interesting. This is interesting. Let me see. Why so tiny? Okay, but he's crying. Today, I have an entrepreneur, a incubator, and someone who works in procurement. So I can't wait for your nuggets of wisdom for today's session. So I'm not sure if you're all aware, currently inflation is sitting at 5.8, which increased from last month after the announcement of the repo rate.
I'm guessing with any SMME is that if there's high interest and high inflation, people are going to pull back and look at other expenses.
This will be my selling point today. How much does it cost you to offer your service to me? If you don't understand that, then inflation affects you more because automatically you think, okay, it's adjusted, then I need to increase everything. But you're not looking at where exactly it's really affecting you because there's a lot that you're not focusing on.
The days of just in time is gone, right? It's about having enough suppliers and enough backups for both import and the local transportation. It's really about business continuity and having that relationship and having that continuous engagement with our suppliers.
74% of people in the room are not sleeping at night because they're trying to keep their business open.
The banks or financial institutions will already give people money, those that have money. So they'll give money to manage people.
People need to spend more time understanding their credit score and what affects that. Understand that if your credit score is less than 600, 590, you're probably not going to get approved for much, especially in this tough climate. But if your credit score is 620, 640, 660, then the banks are your friend. They're going to come to you.
The answer for the second question, how are you navigating the shifts in interest rates, inflation, and red tape?
What are some of the best practices for communicating price changes to your customers and or your suppliers?
Customers or clients expect you to tell them in advance if you're going to increase the price. They need you to be transparent.
How can you leverage tech and innovation to reduce your cost and increase your value proposition?
There's only one boss, the customer, and he can fire everybody in the company from the chairman on down simply by spending his money somewhere else. We speak about the customer relentlessly. So it's really about understanding the why, the customer, and using the right information at your fingertips.
How are you preparing for 2024?
Through prayer. There are some things that close businesses very quickly, and debt is one of them.
How do you create that demand, right? So that you become a scarce provider of goods or services so that we are seeking you out. How do we think differently and how do you create that demand?
Let's see the results for the last question. I'm sure everyone is positive now about 2024. We have two comments from the floor. You can start, sir, and then a lady in the front, you can follow.
A lot of the time, SMMEs and other businesses, we look to gaining support vertically, so from governments and all of these other institutions, but I think it'll also provide a lot of value for us to gain support horizontally. So within the market, looking at how we can add value and add benefit to other companies or other businesses within that industry.
So I need to now extend me to you to develop that relationship with you. Expect my call very soon. And I don't expect you to leave.
And we have come to the end of our session. We still have time to network and ask questions. Thank you so much.